humanity, all the humanity, all the humanity.
Welcome once again, folks, to the Del Rivers Show. I'm your host, Mark Elliott. Next to me to my right is the cruise missile of comedy, Del Rivers.
I'm like the missile that's about to go to Syria but doesn't quite make it there yet. I have to get congressional approval.
Del needs congressional approval to go into Syria.
Or to do comedy.
To bomb Syria.
Yeah. There's a bomb somewhere.
Oh, what's worse, sarin gas or Del Rivers?
I'll take the sarin gas.
Oh my
Nice.
God. So here we are again, Del Rivers Show, brought to you by our sponsors, the African Superman Top Permanence Tablet. It's a always hard, endless dry, eternal itch.
With the Indian on the back, we don't know where it came
And of course the classic Ronco Vegematic. It slices, it dices, it juliennes.
What about the cornflakes?
It's featured in the Smithsonian. We haven't quite locked up the cornflakes. Yeah,
next
we'll
week.
see if we can get. We're trying to get back to our Japanese investors. We have possible Chinese investors on the horizon, and in the future, we're hoping to be running our own network, the Del TV network, out of Saxon Recording Studios.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully, coming up this
Nice.
fall, a lot of top flight, top notch entertainment.
Yeah. Not just top flight golf balls. I just thought of golf balls. When you
Nice
said that.
association. And okay, so my notes all mixed up. We are on our way here. I wanted to plug your CD.
Yeah,
This is
it's
an older
CD,
This
but
is Chuck and Del's comedy CD. What's it available?
That's just the promo version of it. But
It's
it's
on
on CD Baby. So you go to CD
cdbaby.com.
Baby and look up
Yeah.
Chuck McCoy or Del Rivers. Put it in the search box, and you'll find our comedy.
It's an old comedy CD that Del did with his friend Chuck McCoy, and when he arrived here, he gave it to me, and he proceeded to tell me about how badly it tanked upon its initial release.
Didn't quite make it, but it's still got some good reviews.
As usual, Del's material going into the quicksand of comedy history.
Yeah, well, it becomes collectible.
Like petrified wood.
Petrified wood, yeah, over time.
Okay, so we got our plugs out of the way, and how about the beef for this week? What's this week's beef?
The beef of the week, here we go, is, I might have mentioned this before, but my beef is weather terms. A lot of these weather newscasters, they come up with, like, pop-up showers, lake flakes, squalls.
Squall.
That reminds me of, like,
What's a squall?
Big Chief Indian Squall, They got like Indian Summer, or my friend Chuck McCoy used to call it Caucasian Winter. That was the other one.
Winter.
Raining cats and dogs. It's like, give me a break.
So that's your beef, is these weather-related cutesy terms.
These cutesy terms they have for
Right. Right.
pop-up showers.
How about flurries?
Flurries.
Flurries.
Oh, give me a break.
Right.
That's like a drink at McDonald's now is a flurry.
A flurry?
Yeah, they try to, make money off of that.
Isn't that called a slurry?
Slurry or flurry, it's got like the Oreo cookie
A
mixed
fribble?
in there. A fribble?
Stuff. Anything with Oreo cookie mixed in it, that's my beef. Anything with Oreo cookies mixed in.
It's just beef.
Revolting. I hate that
Horrible.
stuff. It's revolting. Ugh.
Jeez.
All right, that's the beef for this week?
That's the beef.
Okay, that's pretty good beef.
You want to run right into the mystery, or are we going to get some more to talk
I would
about?
give that beef 8.2.
That's pretty good. Not bad. We hate the weathermen. That's true.
I'm being a little bit generous, but we'll give that 8.2.
Well, weathermen are nice, but, they got these cutesy terms that just drives you nuts.
Things, these days, it's always usually a hot weather chick. You notice that?
Well, yeah, if you go on the Weather Channel.
There's a lot of hot chicks doing the weather now.
Yeah, some channels. That's true.
Sure.
Yeah.
Definitely out west, you always hot chicks doing the weather.
Right. There's a few in Rochester, but not too many. There's a couple.
It's a thing now. You want to do the weather, you got to be a hot chick.
Right.
Um,
Preferably
Okay.
topless and naked.
Once again, the protest emails can be sent to Del Rivers.
Yeah, I know. I can blame
Mystery Del. The Mystery Del is a part of the show where Del tells me something that I don't know about him. And it's getting harder and harder because...
I'm starting to run out of them.
Yeah. What kind of Mystery Del you have?
Well, of course, the Mystery Del bell goes off. And the dog goes nuts, of course. This is my Mystery Del this week. Every letter that I used to send before I used to use email... I used to get a reply every time I'd send a letter, when I was younger and stuff. But when I was a kid, I had to write to Greece, the country of Greece, for tourism information. They never sent me anything. They totally jabbed out.
They blew you off.
Blew me off. And I got C- for my class.
Oh, was it a class project?
Yeah, a class project. You write to the consulate or write to...
How old were you when you did this?
I don't know. I was 12 years old, something like that. I was waiting for
already.
3 years to get information from Greece and never got anything out of it. I was the only one that was interested.
Well, they're getting their justice.
And there was 2 letters
for screwing you
over. There was 2 letters, believe it or not, that I didn't get written. Nothing written back. Was one I wrote to Dion DiMucci, the pop singer Dion, because he had his address printed in the back of his bio. And I wrote him a letter. And one to Johnny Rivers when I came up with my name Del Rivers.
That's right, when you came up with the name Del Rivers.
I wrote to him and told him I used his last name.
And did he write back?
And no, he didn't write back. Disappointed a little bit on those.
More nut mail, probably thinking.
Yeah, but generally before email, I got a few letters back.
Right. Okay.
Few letters I wrote.
Fair enough.
It was my mystery tip for today.
That's the Mystery Del. And I will add that we have a slight editorial response from Jason Brown regarding last week's story. There was made mention of the steak on a stick girl. It's the girl that Del had such a crush on. And he said we got the story wrong. He said that he had told you at the time, just ask her for her phone number, and you came back that day and said, well, I just gave her my phone number.
Yeah,
and of course,
I gave it to her and she never called back.
Yeah, she didn't call you and you were all crestfallen, and of course you never heard from her ever again. She packed up and left town immediately or something.
And I did recall meeting Wendy. When I go through my black book of my imagination,
yeah.
I actually did go over her house and talk to her.
Right, I remember,
I found she's got 4 kids, She had this
brood of hillbilly kids running.
Right, yeah. She was into cutting. She was cutting her arm up and stuff like that.
Well,
it didn't work out.
Hence the name Crazy Wendy.
Yeah, that's where she got the craziness from.
Okay, we'll take a little commercial break, a little station identification, and we'll be back with more of the Hindenburg.
Sounds good.
On Del TV this Friday, Movie of the Week, Pucker Up for Murder, starring Alex Rocco, Joe Santos, Sherry North. Special guest star, Bradford Dillman. Coming this fall to Del TV, Momar Rivers, Middle East Dictator.
When you're doing life in prison, a good breakfast is important. So choose Life in Prison. Life in Prison cereal by Quaker. Do life in prison with Life in Prison cereal.
And this Saturday on Del TV, the Saturday Night Movie. Strother Martin, Jack Elam, and Slim Pickens star in High Brunch. Guest stars Zero Mostel as Puchnik.
And more Del Rivers Show.
Okay, folks, we are back, and Del has the half-true news.
I wish I had some news music to go with it, with a...
Yeah, we gotta work on that. As we head
intro.
to Saxon Recordings for our new season.
Yeah, we'll have better sound and everything else. Let's see, Dunkin' Donut ads were pulled in Thailand for using a black model to advertise dark chocolate donuts. Did you hear about that?
Wow, I did read something about that.
Like a charcoal black model.
Wow.
Whereas none of the UPS ads were ever pulled advertising brown with dark-skinned actors. You ever notice that? There's the black guy with the UPS truck.
Yeah.
Let brown delivered for you.
They look, they look better in the shorts than white guys with their skinny
That's
white
probably
legs.
why. Yeah, they just look better. Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones are getting divorced after 13 years. And Michael Douglas blamed his cancer on oral sex. Can't believe that.
Yeah, that's right. Well, things not going too good with them. What the hell? He had a good run.
But anyway, the ghost of Carl Malden said, Michael, you've been living on the streets of San Francisco too long. A divorce? What are you, nuts? She's a hot dame.
Hot dame.
He's like from the 40s, you know.
I know. Well,
He's a hot dame.
Living on the streets of San Francisco, maybe that's where he caught his cunnilingus throat cancer from.
Exactly. There's something wrong with that. The Apple iPhone 5S is coming soon, possibly with fingerprint detection security. Alright, let's face it, the telephone is no longer a phone or even a computer. It's basically a music and game jukebox with a money vacuum attached to your credit card.
Yeah,
That's what it
stuff
is.
Technology is turning into a big waste of time in a lot of ways. And you know that fingerprint scanner?
Yeah, they do facial print.
They got that
thing
stuff
too.
all over. You go to the dentist in Thailand, they'll scan your fingerprint and my record comes up there. It's like
Really?
nothing. They got it
Wow.
everywhere. Yeah.
And when was the last time you gave your fingerprint record?
Last time I went to the dentist there.
Oh, well, I mean, is that the first time you gave your fingerprint
No,
out,
I've
or
been
was it
there-
from a U.S.?
It's from a previous time I went there. When I first went to the dentist,
Oh,
you
okay.
scan your
'Cause I was wondering how they
go
got
into
your
their
fingerprint.
computer, and then you come back, you just put your fingerprint down, and your
Does the same
your
thing.
file pops up.
Wow, that's freaking amazing. The Fukushima Tokyo Electric Power Company, also known as TEPCO, said that 300 metric tons of radioactive water goes into the Pacific Ocean daily. Fishing businesses have been totally ruined, as well as having an environmental nightmare.
I think
to
this
clean
is
up.
part of the reason our Japanese investors have had to bow out.
Could be part of it. Okay, you East Coast nuclear plants on the Atlantic Ocean, get your act together. It's your turn to foul things up next. It's the Atlantic Ocean's turn. Right now, it's just the Pacific. Barack Obama gave Congress time to debate the possible bombing of Syria. In other words, don't worry, Syria. You have a long wait ahead. Because Congress never gets anything done, obviously.
I got the implication.
Yep.
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear. We're almost done here. Donald Trump was hit with a $40 million lawsuit from students and others who were scammed from his real estate university.
What a shock. Jeez, that thing sounded so sleazy.
But hey, you can go a long way with a picture of yourself and a cardboard cutout of Donald Trump so you can scam just like him. It sounds pretty good. And lastly, I said that, well, this is a sad note. David Frost died 74 at age
That's right.
74 of a heart
Lost
attack.
David Frost, a real classic, a real broadcast.
Just before making a speech, believe it or not. I always wondered what the speech was about that he died before he did it. And he actually acted in one movie with Elizabeth Taylor called The VIPs in 1963.
Really?
Yep.
Oh,
Elizabeth Taylor and her ex-husband,
not the movie.
Richard Burton.
VIPs.
The VIPs, that's one to look for with David
So we're
Frost.
going to top off the show. Dell has some
Interesting stories.
He
little
claims
stories.
they're interesting. I wouldn't allow him to do them before, but he's just absolutely.
I just got to get it out of my
He's
system.
harpooned me and demanded. So
It's not going to kill you to listen to my stories.
This is my personal disclaimer against this. My apologies ahead of. Go ahead,
Just
Dell.
do it, yeah. They're
Go.
basically they're celebrities that I met throughout my life. I met
Okay.
celebrities. One of them
This is Memory Lane with Dell.
Memory Lane. Eddie Munster, right there.
Wow.
I met him at a comic book convention.
He
He always
seems to
goes to a
have
lot of
signed that, too?
conventions. He signed it.
Wonder what
Del
the old
Rivers said
Eddie
something.
Munster signature is worth. Did you have to pay him
Who
for it?
knows? But the funny thing is, like, he used to smoke so much cigarettes and marijuana and everything else that
Really?
his face looked like a freaking catcher's mitt.
No shit.
But lately he's been clean. He's totally cleaned up his act. He's all straight and everything else.
So how old is Eddie Munster? Like 53?
Yeah, he's about our age. Maybe about 5 years older. He's just pushing 60 or something like that. Then I met Maury Amsterdam.
Maury Amsterdam.
Well, technically I didn't meet him. I talked to him on the phone.
And he sent you a picture?
Yeah, there was. He sent us an autographed picture. That was pretty cool.
Let me verify this
He there was a
Like
comedian's
the real deal.
Yellow Pages. They actually have a comedian's Yellow Pages, and he had his direct number right in there. You could talk to him.
I think Dell told me that, and I just called him up once.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Then, of course, I met the girl from Star Trek.
Which one?
What's her? Yeoman Rand, also known as Grace Lee Whitney.
Wow.
Yeah, this is
A
nice.
hottie.
I love the hair on that.
Yeah,
that picture.
beehive.
Nice beehive.
So where'd you meet her at a Trekkie convention?
Yeah, Trekkie convention. You meet a lot of people. Like I met Chekhov, Walter Koenig.
This is great. He's got Walter Koenig's autograph. And he's a
Where-
funny guy. He goes, "Where are the nuclear vessels?"
I made him do that.
You made him write that?
Yeah, I made him write that. He kind of laughed a little bit, but he
That's
was a little
pretty
bit
good.
disturbed by that. at the same
He
time.
was. It kind of got him a little.
Yeah, I got him a little bit upset.
Did Walter Koenig really have a Russian accent or no?
No, he just well, he does have an accent, but I don't know if he's from a different country or if it's just
He did have an accent.
of some sort. I guess maybe it just ingrained.
What kind of accent do you think it was?
I have no idea.
It wasn't French.
Eastern European,
Eastern
who knows?
European. Okay. All right. We'll stop.
And I did meet two people from Lost in Space.
Oh.
Don, what's his name? Don Williams, I think it is, and Billy Mooney, who also plays guitar for America. You know, in the desert
out.
with a house of no
He
horse.
plays
and
guitar for America.
Yeah, that's what he
I
does on
had
the side.
no idea.
He was also in Barnes and Barnes, Fish Heads.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Wow,
him.
the guy
Billy
got
Mooney.
around.
And I was lucky. I met
Get outta here,
Richard
you-
Kyle.
Richard Keel?
Richard Keel.
You got Richard Keel. You met Richard Keel.
Yeah,
It's incredible.
isn't that great?
Is the great Richard Keel.
Well,
in
obviously without the makeup. That's
Twilight
from
Zone.
Twilight Zone. Yeah. He did
famous character actor. Always played these gigantic guys because he was huge.
Jaws.
Jaws
on
and James Bond.
right?
Right.
I got
Wow.
to meet him. Nice guy. Freaking incredible nice guy.
I thought this was going to be extra lame. I'm a fan of Richard Keel.
Yep. That's cool stuff. And oh man, what a doll. Yvonne Craig.
Wow.
Amazing. Met her.
Was she still hot or was she old? and fat?
She's like in her 60s, still very attractive.
Wow.
Amazing. That's the older picture, obviously, with Penguin.
Obviously. didn't
And I met Cindy Williams from Laverne and Shirley. She, believe it or not, she knows everything there is to know about Spinal Tap, and because she used to hang out with Michael Keane, or what's his name?
Right.
And all anything with Lenny and Squiggy, she knows everything about it. Including Laverne and Shirley, obviously, but
she should.
she's like as much as a fan as someone who makes the stuff.
Uh-huh.
She's in a new TV show.
Did you have to pay for these autographs or did they just?
They're about $20 each.
Really?
Yeah.
So these people are really raking in. How many people did Richard Keel get in one day?
Oh man, hundreds.
Hundreds.
Yeah.
Wow. So I was
200
wondering, at
people or
$20
something
a
like that.
pop, you could really rake it in.
That's what a lot of actors do at the end of their careers, or if they're not doing anything,
Wow.
they go to a comic book convention or pop culture conventions,
So
and they rake some money in.
it's a wonder you're broke.
I spend it all in pop culture. That's my collection in my brief.
I got to apologize to Dell. I think I was just slightly more impressed than I thought. I thought there were going to be pictures of Raymond Burr or something.
And well, also if it doesn't come through on the camera, I'll show the scan of it.
Right, you can scan it.
Yeah, I'll throw it your way.
We'll be done with
Picture.
our high production values and technology.
Yeah, it sounds good.
So I guess that's pretty much it for this week. A fairly
Yeah.
brief show. We'll be back next week. We got a lot of things in the work.
A lot
I
of
mentioned-
sketches. We're working
A lot
on
of
some cool
sketches, new show, Saxon Recordings, an entire new TV network, the Dell TV network.
Right. Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. See you next time.
That's
No.
it.